Okay, it's me. I'm just making this video because nothing's come out in a while. And I just need to talk about something. I have been very inactive ever since about last April 2016, because that's when the Andrew Talks About Games thing started. Interesting fact, Andrew's Talk About Games only got about 4 or 5 videos before I just stopped doing that. Just got tired and changed the channel's name to I Love My Pet because he's a crab, sarcastically. But I think I have to explain what's been going on now, so let's get started. For any of you who have actually stuck around all this long, through all this silence, thank you, I guess. Keeps my subscriber number looking good. Or mainly, probably you who haven't unsubscribed, guess you've probably just forgotten to press the unsubscribe button and forgotten I was in your subscription box. I presume most of you are here from the Nintendo Sangrownuun era, which was here. Yeah, all this may look familiar, maybe. You may remember this video or not. Probably not. But towards the end of the Nintendo Sangrownuun era, I made a video. The last video of 2015 on this channel was a video announcing something I was working on, which was called Warwick's Woodworks. Warwick's Woodworks was essentially a game, a hack and slash comedy game that I was dreaming of working on, and I made a couple of things for it, and you know. But I felt as if I couldn't accomplish Warwick's Woodworks alone. Programming and all that stuff just felt way out of my league, so I needed help. And I got the help. My salvation came through a studio that was in a bit of the same position as me. Of course, we were all just wannabes, you know. This studio was, as you can see on the screen, called Emoco. It was essentially set up by me and a couple of my mates, and we all stayed behind at school every Tuesday and Thursday to discuss new ideas we had for our games, because Warwick's wasn't the only game, there were a few others. I had one called another one called Creepy Mountain, where you play as a mountain which is attacking like a tribal village. No, you don't play as the mountain, you have to, it's like, it's RTS game where you have to get soldiers to stop this mountain from destroying it, essentially. Of course, my mates had some other games. There was one called Wars, which was someone else's, not mine, but, you know, I tried to contribute to it anyway, but here was the problem with Emoco. At Emoco, we all behaved very arrogant, stuck up. We all tried. We all had our faults. We all did bad things, you know. And there were a lot of problems, and it was too corrupt, and it just had to stop. And this corruption started mainly when I blew a lid at someone else in the group. That wasn't received too well, so they kicked me out of the group. I made my own studio, which I don't like to look back on. It's called A Games. I didn't make it necessarily, it was someone else who was there for me at the time who did A games, who came up with the idea of it. But it was mainly just to, probably what we meant it for was just to make me feel a bit better after, you know, Emoko was abandoning me. And it went a bit further, because these lads were my friends, and I didn't have any friends. And I was alone, really. I felt just really alone, and I'd lost something, because before in my life I never really felt like I had a very good group of friends. But this Emoko group was the first time I felt like I had anything, plus someone else I had outside of Emoko, who we'll touch on a bit more later. I'm not going to identify anyone, of course, and privacy rules, and just be disrespectful, I guess. Even though I'm mad at a lot of these people, I'm not going to go around publicly shaming, not naming and shaming or anything. So I felt really alone, and I felt so bad about it in the end, because it was my fault. What I had said had set all this off. So I pretty much beat myself up to such a length where I managed to damage my brain slightly-ish, and I obtained depression, and I just felt really, really bad. And that was pretty much the end of that school year. The summer holidays of that year was pretty bad. That's where I damaged myself, and it's where I made myself depressed by just dwelling on what I'd done. And even though they said it wasn't all my fault, I couldn't help but feel bad, because now I wasn't allowed anywhere near them. I had a relationship at the time which I felt was getting a bit tense. So then I went back to school thinking I was just going to pick up exactly where it left off. But it didn't, surprisingly. They were all fine with me. But my girlfriend at the time had had a pretty hard summer too, and I was knowing that it's gearing up to be the end of this relationship. But I chose, for the first time, to be positive, and I decided to just enjoy the last few days I had left with her, than think about, oh, it's the end, you know? So I was getting better, actually. Well, that of course eventually did end, and I was depressed again, pretty much. So I just went into the new year with all this depression and stuff, just feeling really grouchy and depressed, and I didn't want to do anything. I just, you know, that's pretty much the point. Without going into events too much, to not publicly reveal anything about anyone. All you need to know really is that the reason in the long term why nothing has been coming out is because simply I'm depressed. So in this video, that's all I'm really going to talk about. In the first part though, I'm going to make part 2 discussing mainly what you're interested in, which is the effect this is going to have on the channel and things I have had planned to do at certain points, but never really got round to it. So that's essentially the point. To sum it up, I'm depressed really badly. I've got other mental conditions as well. My life before the incident at Emoko, just before it, was very good. I'd overcome some trauma that I'd had when I was younger, and it's the first time in years that I actually felt good, and I felt invisible, I felt untouchable with all these friends, you know, but then I lost it all. And it has developed in the long term into me being exactly there again. Now the slightest thing sets me off, I can't sleep at night. I can't even be alone most of the time, even though I want to. And my long-term plan is social isolation, where I will run away and... No, not run away, but move somewhere, away from everyone I've ever known in my childhood, and never see them again. Because I really see no other way of this ending, other than the suggested happy pills at my therapist's, but I don't think they're ever going to actually get me strong. So it's just been a really hard since May of 2016, because that's when I went wrong. Not really up to anything. I've lost all my hope, all my ambition. Warwick's Woodworks is never going to get done. Imoco's shut down. People just stopped coming, so, you know, just that's the end of that. It's been gone for a while now. So is my hopes and dreams and ambition. I don't want to do anything. I don't think the world deserves it. So, I know this is cringeworthy stuff, which is just like everything I do, really, isn't it? Cringeworthy. It's all I've ever made, no matter how hard I try, ever. I'm not going to make a single video or single anything which isn't cringeworthy slightly. In the next part, I'll be explaining what effect this will have on the channel in the long term. Bye. Alright, so this is going to be the part 2 of the last video I made. In this one, I'll obviously be discussing what is the future of this channel. In the last video I stated that most of you will be here from the Nintendo Sandgrownun era. Sort of that part is working correctly. But most of you will be here from the Nintendo Sandgrownun. I don't know what's actually done, but my microphone's playing up, but we'll see. So most of you will be here from the Nintendo Sandgrownun. Is there any chance ever of the Nintendo Sandgrownun ever coming back? There's your answer. This, what you're seeing here, was the announcement, or the opening of the Nintendo Sandgrownun's spiritual successor, Andrew Talks About Games, which was about last April, just before the incident at Imoco. To fill you in on the incident, essentially I said I never liked you to another person in the group at the meeting. Do I regret doing that? Completely. I didn't mean it. But they hate me too much now, and I've had too many paddies about it since then, so there's no chance of them forgiving me. I can see that. Things can never go back to the way they were, but I guess I'm just a sourpuss and can't get over it. Anyway, this was the spiritual successor to the Nintendo Sandgrownun, which was Andrew Talks About Games, and I made this channel because I was tired of just making Nintendo-only content, because I got a gaming PC at Christmas in 2015, and I had been playing more IPs from other developers since then, and I thought I might as well be covering news from all of those developers, not just Nintendo. So that's why I made that. Sorry, just seeing all of my stuff here. Yeah. Save the Nintendo Sandgrownun. See these replies here. I love the Nintendo Sandgrownun. Also, to clear up some misconception, there are 3 Imoco channels left on YouTube, standing from when Imoco was actually still a thing for the incident. There's the official Imoco and the official Imoco Gaming, which are both run by Jake. He was part of Imoco. But they're now just his channels for whatever he pleases. Me and the other people who are involved don't have any control over that. There's also another channel called Emoko with the same picture, and there was a video there that was actually recorded during one of the meetings. For privacy's sake, I don't recommend you watch it if you don't really know that much about Emoko, but if you want to go look it up, it's there. Search around for. There are a couple of videos from Emoko meetings, but please just don't get trigger happy with it and expose too much. Right, so after Andrew talked about games, I only got about 5 videos because I struggled to do it exactly the way I want it to be. I never considered myself a perfectionist, but no, never mind. No. I didn't consider myself a perfectionist, but Andrew talked about games wasn't too good, so I just left it there. I made most of the videos right after Andrew talked about games was created, and then I made one video a bit later on. But after that, I just left it because it was a hopeless cause. I privatised all videos from Andrew Talks About Games and the Nintendo Sangrownun. Keyword privatised, not deleted. All the videos still exist, but they're just not public. Some of them are unlisted because I like to go back and look at comments, you know, from a better time. But other than that, you can't really access them. So, then I just changed the channel's name to I Love My Pet Because He's a Crab. Sarcastically, it was a line out of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared 3. And the channel just became inanimate. Around September time, I uploaded 3 videos. I uploaded a couple videos of Gary's mod gameplay with me mates, and also about a couple of Hastings Direct insurance memes. I don't know why. But after that, I made my next big sort of breakthrough for a YouTube series on the I Love My Pet Because He's a Crab channel, which I'll discuss with you now. And by the way, you know who I am. Be prepared for cringe, because this is really bad. This was just awful. It was a, you know, sort of series which was a parody of the reality show Big Brother, where I just put a bunch of random characters into the house from IPs all over the place. And it was like a stop motion video. Stop motion animation that was done inside of a program called Photoscape and recorded with Screencast-O-Matic Pro Edition, not like the one I have now, so it didn't have the watermark in the corner. That's one redeeming factor, I guess. But I'll just show you a clip from it now. A clip from from a couple of random points so you can see how bad it was. Roll the tapes. Okay, forget about that. The free recorder won't let me record computer audio. So just look even worse. So after Big Brother's House of Randomness came to its delayed conclusion, I started work on another series done in the same style called Are You Ready for Freddy? It was the same really, just with Five Nights at Freddy's characters on stupid things like Freddy, Cling Trap, Avocado Net, etc, etc. So I started work on this, and it never really got that far. Got one episode that came out not long after Big Brother's House of Randomness finished, with its odd ending. which if you want to go watch that, I guess I'll make unlisted and put the link down in the description of a couple of episodes of Big Brother's House of Randomness if you want to watch, if you want to take a challenge and see if you can sit through it, really. But this series, Are You Ready for Brady, was done in the exact same style, just with a few different characters, etc. So, Brady only got one episode. I started work on the second episode, but I never finished it. I can't exactly remember why now, but I'm presuming it had something to do with a mix of frustration, tiredness, because I'd just been doing this for weeks on end with Big Brother's House of Randomness. And also losing my general interest and opting out of the Five Nights at Freddy's fandom. So the second episode never got finished, really. And that was it for Brady. It was even worse than House of Randomness, because, to be honest with you, House of Randomness was actually alright in terms of a story. House of Randomness, while the animation was ugly and horrific, actually had a good story, and I'm quite proud of the story that I made up with House of Randomness, considering most of it was improvised. But Ready for Brady was really just a laughing stock. It was really just how bad I could get, and there was no plot behind it. House of Randomness, despite being stupid, actually got a bit deep towards the end, but this didn't do anything. It's just horrific. All I remember about what was going to be included in the second episode of Brady was that it was going to feature some running gag about taxes and the Rothschild banking family, but that probably had something to do with me just cancelling it and not ever making it. Just didn't want to do a second episode of Brady, really. Just got tired, I think. After the Brady videos, I really just gave up on YouTube and never really did anything ever again. But in early November 2016, I actually went back to Warwick's Woodworks. It wasn't over by this point, Emoco. The incident was May of 2016, well, Emoco didn't properly shut down until the middle of November 2016. So, this was pretty much the last piece of work Emoco ever really did. Because after that, the meeting was just pretty much sitting there looking at memes, and it was really no use. So, I made these two models and uploaded them to YouTube explaining how I made them. As the two main characters of Warwick's Woodworks, Philip the Pillar Drill and Lemmy the Linisher. I'm actually quite impressed about how well they came out. Those videos are still public, so if you want to go and have a look at them, be my guest. They were really good. After work was completed on the Warwick's Woodworks models in Wings 3D, I plan to go into Blender, remake the models, which Blender's a bit more advanced software. I plan to go into Blender, remake both the models, and animate and texture them, which is not doable in Wings 3D. But after that, I think I just got bored, and I thought, no more. Just didn't want to do it anymore. I'd forgotten, and after a bad experience on a computer science course in school, I've really just given up on the game development dream. I, don't want to do it anymore. And there's really nothing else I want to do, so you know what? I'm gonna have to just go along. Just do things as I go along in what is called life. Because that's what, people say, like, oh, go and be your absolute best and be amazing, etc, etc. Well, I don't want to be my best because people have put me off it. And by people, I mean the propaganda in school, but I won't touch too much on that. I don't want to make this video too controversial. So essentially, there were three videos. The fourth one there was uploaded in August of 2016, and that was terrible. It was essentially a showcase of a map, sort of, I'd made for the first level of the game, but it was just atrocious, and let's forget about that. But I made these two videos, and that was really it for a while then. After the Warwick's videos, I planned to make more modelling videos, but I just, I guess I can't remember really what happened, but I guess I just got tired of it. I remember at one point I planned to make a Big Brother's House of Randomness 2, like Series 2, with new things. That's what I'll call them. I don't even bother calling them housemates, just things that I put in, that was supposed to come out, supposed to release alongside the Celebrity Big Brother series in January of 2017, but in the end I just thought, no, the first one was too bad, I don't want to do another one. And this time, the idea I had for it would be that it would feature actual memes, like Robbie Rotten and the B-movie, Big Smoke Soda, memes that were popular around the time. Because I originally planned for the title of the original series to actually be Big Brother's House of Memes. But I changed the title to Big Brother's House of Randomness when there were no actual memes. But this Series 2 sequel would have been actual memes, and as I said, it would have come out alongside Celebrity Big Brother 2017, but I just thought, it's so bad, why even bother, and it was never made. I can probably pin, after having a think about it, I can probably pin the cancellation of House of Randomness 2 maybe down to the fact that at the time, in my actual life, was when my relationship I mentioned in the last video ended. Well, not the last video, I'm going to actually join them up now. I have a bit of a think about it, I have a bit of a break in between making clips, and I've thought about it. And I think that I'll join these videos together, but the cancellation of House of Randomness 2, probably because a month before is when I broke up, and that brought my mood down again. Just as a Moko. Not the group itself, because the group itself shut down, but with the people I was getting messages again, so that kind of ruined it. And I just felt horrible in the new year, so I didn't want to make... No, so I just didn't want to make House of Randomness 2. Just couldn't be bothered. Sometime in January of 2017, I actually planned to start proper YouTubing again. Under the new channel name The Master. It was supposed to be named after my Steam profiles, but I wanted to be my online ID everywhere now. What the channel was supposed to be, it wasn't supposed to have the cringe animations like Big Brother's House of Randomness. It was supposed to have... I was supposed to be a bit like, I guess, leafy. I know that's a bad thing to say, but I was supposed to make commentary videos speaking about what I think of situations in the world, whilst some gameplay of GTA 5 would be in the background. And that was what this sketch of the Dawood Master channel was supposed to be, but it never got that far, and it was only really up for 5 minutes before thinking, you know what, this will be too controversial, it will be too hard to make, I'm too tired, I'm not going to do it. So between February of 2017 and pretty much now July, my social situation at school wasn't getting any better, so I didn't upload anything until about a month ago. I came up with this idea, and I just started recording me and my brother Diddy Dave at our cousin's house doing, just like mucking around in my cousin John's room. That was pretty much it. So then I thought I'll just upload in real life videos whenever I feel like without having to give the channel a major makeover. So then I made a second one of these in real life videos where I recorded us, me and Dave, on the train when we were going to Manchester a few weeks ago. Doing impressions of Jay from TGF Bro. So then I thought, yeah, I'll just stick to these in real life videos whenever I feel like, and I was about to make a third one, but it went a bit wrong. I just decided that I was going to not put it on, and I thought eventually, oh, I'll put it on anyway, but recently I've had to clear my phone out for memory's sake, so that it doesn't, so that I can fit some stuff on. And those videos have been deleted and I can't get them back. So there's no chance of that video, that third in real life video, ever coming out. I'm not going to speak about what it was, it's just never ever coming out. So that's pretty much the end of this magical mystery tour of what's been going on behind the scenes here at the channel during this entire period of depression for me. So the question now is, what's next? I want to do something. I don't know what it is yet, but I want to do something. It won't be the modelling videos. It won't be... There'll probably still be some in real life videos. There'll still be some parts where I upload random gameplay with my mates. There's another one of that coming out soon, possibly later today. It's also going to go on the official Loco channel and the channel Casual Gamer, which are in my feature channel section on the homepage. So, other than that, I think maybe I'll go through with the House of Randomness 2, if it will be welcomed. Because it was fun to make, to be honest, but really it was awful. I might do a House of Randomness 2, if that idea would be welcomed. I might cover gaming news again, like the good old days. Maybe. I don't know. But it's going to be a while yet, because I don't want to do it with this basic recording of watermark and can't record computer audio, etc. Until that happens, until I get that money, House of Randomness 2 is never going to happen. I know you probably don't want it to be a reality, but I guess I want to make it. Ish. If it will ever come out. I don't know. It was fun to make, and for nostalgia's sake, I'd like to do it again. And I hope, despite the animation being horrific, like, it's not... To be fair with you, I don't draw... It's not drawn in MS Paint. It wasn't drawn in MS Paint, it was done in Photoscape. So, I might want to do a House of Randomness 2. I might do more... I don't know. If you want me to come back, then I'll do it. But I'm not doing Nintendo Sangrownuun. And I know that's a bit the middle finger to you, I guess, because, you know, you clicked on this video expecting news on Nintendo Sangrownuun, and it is. But it's never coming back. Because I don't want to do that cringe anymore, and I don't want to cover Nintendo news and stuff anymore. I'm not gonna get the Switch either. By the way, for anyone who's still around from the Nintendo era. No more fedoras, no more blue scarves, you know. Still have stuff where I haven't worn it. I haven't worn it in ages. Really long time since. But that's it really. To sum it up, I'm depressed. Really depressed because my life's hard. It's not good right now. Not happy at all. Because of things that have been going on mainly in the social space of school. And also also pressure from the exams, and they're just, you know, they're just saying some horrible things, I guess. And of course, I have no friends to see me through, so that's cool. That's it. I'll be back-ish. Yes. So, I might want to do a Hazard Randomness 2. I might do more. I don't know. If you want me to come back, then I'll do it. But I'm not doing Nintendo Sangronen. And I know that's a bit the middle finger to you, I guess, because, you know, you clicked on this video.